Hey everyone, Lou here. Today I thought I'd tackle a game that recently got a revival in the form of a 3D remake. Granted, said remake hasn't been well received, especially by me, but still, I'm here to talk about it. Is Yume Nikki Dream Diary a sequel to the original? Roll that intro and let's get started. For those of you who don't know, Yume Nikki is a free indie game created by Kikiyama in 2004, but the game didn't really reach popularity until around the 2010s. The game follows you playing a girl named Madotsuki as you explore her dreams and acquire fun effects in these dreams. The game ends when you collect all the effects when... Hey, this is just a warning that like literally every JRPG out there, dark shit is gonna be talked about, and Yume Nikki is no exception to very dark material, so if you're not comfortable with darker themes, then out of safety for your own mental health, then I highly advise you click away. Madotsuki is a hikikomori for unknown reasons to a point where she shakes her head if you try to leave, and she just doesn't leave. And when you get all the effects in the game, she jumps off the patio of her own apartment. This is honestly the strangest ending to a game like this. This ending, it comes out of nowhere when you're playing this very casually. Yes, we know Madotsuki dreams of very strange things, like a suggestive thing of jelly, whatever Uboa is, and the Turinigan. However, people dream of dark things all the time. Maybe those strange things are nightmares or something. Like everyone else, I get nightmares too, and even mine are drastic that don't match my way of thinking at all, like I don't know, the hurricane or a plane crashing. Doesn't mean I'm a paranoid maniac. Sometimes I get nightmares, and even when I have a great day, I get nightmares because the brain is a very silly and dumb thing. In this case, seeing her jump just seems so shocking and abnormal. Of course, I'm explaining it from a casual player's perspective on why this ending shocked so many people upon first playing it. I mean, not everyone is gonna pick up on weird symbolism, let's be real. Most people who play a game like this are usually playing it because they think it's like a weird spiritual successor to this game on the PS1 called LSD Dream Emulator. Anyway, for years fans pieced together that Madotsuki was assaulted and jumped to her death from the mental anguish of it. Now, I'm one of those people who believes this theory that she was simply because the visual symbolism is a little too obvious with the way Kyukyu-kun rubs the staircase and, you know, all the ovary and pregnant creatures. Look, I get weird dreams when they aren't nightmares too. Usually it's things like I develop superpowers or meet a celebrity I don't even like Justin Bieber. Oh wait, no, that is a nightmare, never mind. Anyway, nobody dreams of stuff like car accidents and floating ovaries, unless you were watching a Don't Text and Drive PSA at school and took a health class immediately after. Since I'm assuming Madotsuki is a grown adult, or at least does not attend school anymore, I'm guessing that's not the case. Yes, people dream of random unrelated things, but people can also dream of stuff that happened in their lives, and we can tell through Madotsuki's dreams that she had a very fucked up life at one point, even if we only get very tiny pieces of that life. Now, this game isn't the only Yume Nikki media to exist. Let's look at the other official Yume Nikki material before we dive into the theory that I was heavily inspired by solely by a single quote Manly Badass Hero did in his Let's Play of the game. Imagine if the complex writings of a pretentious Shakespeare clone tried to write a book about dreaming weird shit without actually making it sound comprehensible. Even when I got to the end, I couldn't understand anything of it and what was happening. And I don't know if it's because I was pretty tired from reading this book or something, but I just couldn't understand like 90% of it. Anyway, I was able to at least make something out of it, and that was the possibility that when Madotsuki jumped, it was in a dream. Granted, I had to pull a Jimmy Neutron brain blast to figure that out, because again, my gosh, this is confusing as hell writing. Only in a Yume Nikki book would the writing be as incomprehensible as the game, I tell ya. Now that we have this interesting piece of information, let's move on to the manga of Yume Nikki.
Manga.
Alright, the manga is an easier format to tell, as storytelling visually can sometimes be the easier format to express it in. Now, what does this manga tell us? Jack shit! Wow, guys, it's my favorite character in this. Jack shit. Isn't that just the best character ever? I love seeing him because I know that literally nothing will happen when he's around. Anyway, yeah, we got nothing. We get hints that Modotsuki's dreams are some kind of powers given to girls, maybe, and Uboa reminds Modotsuki of her mom, or is representing her mother. I'm not sure, I have absolutely no clue. It's basically as trippy as the game, though a lot of suggestive imagery is missing here. The only thing, much like the light novel, is that Modotsuki possibly dreamed she jumped off the building. Basically, in the manga, she's unable to tell the difference between reality and fantasy in these dreams, that when she's in the real world, she thinks she's dreaming again, so she jumps off the roof. I'm not too sure, as the manga makes it very unclear if she's still dreaming. And that's the manga, giving us absolutely nothing. Okay, oh boy, guys. I have to grasp at straws here. What doesn't help too much with both materials is although Kikiyama was apparently involved, it's unknown how much they were involved or if they basically just nodded their head and went back to maybe living. If I'm being honest, I don't even know if Kikiyama is even alive. Anyway, on to the remake.
The remake.
Unlike the other two, Kikiyama was apparently heavily involved in the development of this game. It's unknown how much, just as before, but it's assumed that based on character designs and drawings, that he was likely some kind of co-director or maybe creative consultant. I'm not too sure, so don't quote me there. The biggest part that this is a sequel is the opening of the game. We see Modotsuki walking her way home from what looks to be a supermarket. It's a normal city, which we've never seen in this world before. Just as she's about to approach her apartment, we see Modotsuki already gets deeply disturbed at the sight of blood splatter on the ground, which is heavily reminiscent of the one at the end of Yume Nikki. I would also like to mention that the Steam achievements for Yume Nikki Dream Diary label this opening scene as "Was It a Dream?", implying that perhaps this game is indeed a sequel and the original game was just sort of a dream within a dream. Kinda like Inception, to be honest. What adds to this is that it is true that we never see Modotsuki's body in the end credits of Yume Nikki. We just see the blood, which is strange as, even though they are completely unrelated, other Yume Nikki fan games make a point to show body if the character dies at the end, like Dot Flow or Yume Tuki. We immediately cut to Modotsuki waking up and gasping for air where the game begins. Now, how do we know we aren't basically living her dream as she's in some kind of afterlife so she can deal with her trauma? Because frankly, I find the whole "she was dead the whole time" thing to be very stupid, like very dumb. This isn't the Sixth Sense, that doesn't always work. Anyway, how do we know this is the real world then? As we progress through the dreams, we basically see time passing when Modotsuki wakes up. We see that she has just finished her dinner, and as we progress, we see things like books as if she's studying her dreams, or maybe mental health guides. We don't know what the books are, as they're unmarked. We even see that she's gotten a new version of Nasu called Super Nasu. Instead of presuming to write down all her dreams, we see that she's drawing them now instead. While some may say writing does help with trauma, sometimes drawing helps a great deal as well. Perhaps she's taken up drawing instead as she finds it helps better. I can kinda tell through the visuals this time around, especially based on the mechanics of this one, that this game is about overcoming. The most iconic things in Yume Nikki is something Modotsuki overcomes instead of just deals with. Except for Uboa and Kyuku-kun, where they still make her wake up gasping for air. Also, Uboa continues to be a disappointment in this remake. There's also the mannequins, which usually represent some level of social anxiety in other games. I know I am grasping at straws, but I really wanted to make this theory work, so feel free to, let me know that this theory is complicated as hell to sound legit.
Altogether.
Modotsuki was a girl who had someone close to her presumably die in a traffic accident based on the manga. It's possible she had an abusive parent, or two abusive ones, sometime in school, or perhaps she was kidnapped and assaulted where two other girls were also assaulted but were killed before her. The reason they were black and white and found in the White Desert is likely because she didn't know them and she was perhaps lost in this kind of area, so things she doesn't know are represented as black and white. Sometime after or before all this, Modotsuki was severely isolated by everyone and the trauma caused her to withdraw into herself and her dreams to cope. She was so depressed from her trauma and mental anguish that she was getting dark thoughts, and it likely resulted in her dreaming she jumped off the balcony. By some kind of wake-up call, we begin at the beginning of Yume Nikki Dream Diary, the remake, where she's putting all the pieces together of her trauma to face her inner demons and lead her to essentially waking up. At the end, we see her waking up to a beautiful morning, remembering that mostly the game took place at night or sunset, so this is the first time we're seeing the sun. She opens the door where the original ending song of Yume Nikki begins to play. Moritsuki woke up and can begin to face the world with more hope than ever before.
Overall,
I know that the developers said this is a reimagining. I know that fully, and it's like saying Silent Hill Shattered Memories is a sequel to Silent Hill. Fam, I get that, and it makes this theory sound dumb, but damn it, let's just humor it for a second. So many people found themselves shocked and deeply upset by the ending of the original Yume Nikki, let's be honest. I had quite a few friends back when this game was getting popular that legitimately couldn't play it because the ending felt too harsh for them, and I get it. Maybe all this ending was simply to let Yume Nikki fans know that not everyone ends like Moritsuki did in the original, that those kinds of thoughts are just bad dreams and not all dreams are reality. You can make it out of your room. If you use your dreams to grow and overcome your own obstacles, then you can make it out of your own metaphorical room. That sounds more hopeful to me, and I personally don't mind it. It's like making the game a bit more tolerable considering the gameplay in this game is absolutely horrendous. Like, even with the updates, the game is still a disappointing hot mess, but you guys know me. I love garbage. And as for where Ponako and the Music Man and everything, where they fit in my explanation earlier, that's up to you, because honestly, I'm bad at putting together the pieces. I just tried to come up with my own interpretation. Besides, one man's trash is another man's treasure, right? Hey guys, thanks for watching. If you liked the video, then be sure to give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing if you're new. And if any old or new subs would like to help support the channel in any way, then feel free to visit my Ko-fi page down below in the description, along with my social media tabs. For any subscribers, new or old, who'd like to help with video ideas or maybe want to talk about anime or something, then I have a fan server linked down below. See you next time!